I knew of this band before I started this channel. I've heard a couple of their biggest hits, but I never explored them really the way that I have through you guys, because of you guys. And then recently I heard Drum Show, fell in love with it. I did a review of that. Go check it out. And it's just been pulling me into realizing just how unique and phenomenal this band is. This is not just a cool duo that makes fun music that went viral and got on the radio. These are artists that make very unique songs, powerful lyrics, and amazing compositions, and they can't be boxed in genre-wise, and I love that kind of stuff anyways. So I want to check out with you 21 Pilots Downstairs live at the Bellwether. Are you ready?
Doubt the process like I doubted the start. So I'm begging, oh, mercy. I'm begging, oh, mercy. Downstairs, I feel better in the cellar. Shelter from the weather I wear. All of my heart on my sleeve. I'll take what I believe and I'm hiding it downstairs. I feel better in the cellar down there. It's some shelter from the weather I wear. All of my heart on my sleeve. I'll take what I believe and I'm hiding it. Feeling like I'm nothing. Feeling like I'm run down, was afraid of nothing. Now I'm just ashamed how.
I gotta pause real quick. These lyrics are deep and sad and beautiful. But what I love the most right now is seeing how these people, these young kids, are feeling the music so deeply. AI cannot do that. That shared human experience that we're fellow travelers on this world, that we know what it's like to love and to lose and to hurt and to live and to die. And feeling music, having a live, real human being who knows pain and struggles with mental health, who put their heart on their sleeves through their music. These lyrics talking about lungs and heart and all that play is beautiful to me. Seeing these kids just feel it so desperately, so deeply, and singing along to it, that is beautiful to me. I love how unique his voice is, by the way. That range, the high notes, the way that his voice opens up, that rasp. Let's keep going.
Hide my face from you.
All these body parts, the lungs, the face, the heart.
I'm begging, oh, mercy. I'm begging, oh, mercy. Downstairs, I feel better in the cellar down there. Need some shelter from the weather I wear. All of It's some shelter from the weather I wear. All of my heart on my sleeve. I'll take what I believe and I'm hiding it down. I feel better in the cellar. It's some shelter from the weather. All of my heart on my sleeve. I'll take what I believe and I'm hiding it downstairs. I feel better in the cellar down there. It's some shelter from the weather I wear. All of my heart on my sleeve. I'll take what I believe and I'm hiding it. 'Cause I want to be the one after your own heart. And I might doubt the process like I doubt the stars. You can have all of me and all I've ever known. You can have both my lungs if you ask me so. 'Cause I want to be the one after your own heart. And I might doubt the process like I doubt the start.
Wow. The honesty. I think one of the reasons these two are so beloved, not only because every song is so unique and you can't box them in with a genre, and his voice and his vocal range and the amazing Josh's amazing drum skills and Tyler on the keys and all the instruments and the compositions, all of that is amazing. They make legendary tracks. Not only that, or the fact that they have songs that have amazing hooks that stick in your brain that you can sing along to. It pulls the crowd, and it's not just, you're no longer an observer, you're a participant as a fan and as a listener. You can sing along, you can relate to these lyrics, you can chant along. This pulls everybody, and everyone belongs. All those reasons, yes, are one of the reasons that I think 21 Pilots is so beloved. But it's not only that. I think it's also their authenticity. These are people who have experienced their own struggle with mental health, their own questions, their own turmoil, and they're putting it in song. And you can't beat that. Authenticity and human connection. I love seeing how deeply these fans were feeling these lyrics. I love seeing the passion and the pain. The lyrics are very painful and beautiful and honest to me. You can have all I've made and all I've ever known. You can have both my lungs if you ask me so. Because I want to be the one after your own heart, and I might doubt the process like I doubted the start. And that's interesting to me because that phrase, I want to be after your own heart, makes me think of the Bible where David was called a man after God's own heart. And I can relate to that longing because that's been a longing of mine in my spiritual journey for as long as I can remember. And part of that was me projecting my own childhood wounds towards my parents onto God in that search for God, wanting a father figure that would be proud of me, wanting to have that acceptance. But a big part of it was this longing for a God and for God to be after his own heart, to have that acceptance and that love and that willingness to give it all, that absolute surrender of saying, you can have both my lungs, you can have all of my breath. And even as he's on his knees in the end, it looks very worship-like it could be towards God. This complete surrender of you can have every part of me. I want to be after your own heart. I wear my heart on my sleeves. And to even say I might doubt the process like I doubted the start, maybe also a conversation about questions about faith. I doubt the process. I have these doubts. I have doubts about the start. Is it creation versus evolution? Is it this versus that? I have doubts about it all. You can have all of me. I see this as a very spiritual song, but I also see this as a relational song, maybe towards another human being that you really want to give your all, because it speaks of wearing your heart on your sleeve, which often is a reference to people who just fully give their heart to people. They share their emotions. They are vulnerable and open, and you know where you're at with them. You know just how much they love you and how much they care for you with those kinds of people. Maybe this is also a song about that relationship where you're at that point of complete surrender. You want to give everything to that person. You really, really love them. But because of all the religious lingo, the begging, the mercy, and the after your own heart verse or reference, it's hard to know exactly, for me at least, is this about human relationship, about a relationship with God? To then say it downstairs, I feel better in the cellar. Down there, it's some shelter from the weather. I'll wear all of my heart on my sleeve. I'll take what I believe and I'm hiding it. And that's interesting because the cellar is right that farthest most place in the house that, for one, people use to store things. Many people are scared of, right? Is often this concept of, the scary dark cellar. But here to say I feel better in the cellar. I feel better in the low dark place. It's a shelter from the weather. I'll take what I believe and I'm hiding it. We have a contrast here of someone who wears their heart on their sleeve, who's willing to give it all, be it in relationship with God, with other people, now saying, I'm hiding it. I'm hiding the things that I believe. Is this them addressing their faith and their thoughts about faith in God, but saying, I'd prefer to be in the cellar. I am not going to be someone who, announces my faith or announces these beliefs. I keep that for myself. Is this a song about that struggle with mental health where you feel alone and isolated and you have all this love, you're willing to give yourself for your loved ones, you're the kind of person that would give it all for someone you care about, but you feel safer when you're in the cellar by yourself? Feeling like I'm nothing, feeling like I'm run down, was afraid of nothing. Now I'm just ashamed now. I hide my face from you. Again, religious lingo, because we see this in scripture as well, where people in the Bible would hide their face from God because he was said to be just so holy and just, you can't look at it. But here, maybe also, again, a relational conversation, both in religious sense, but also in the human sense, of feeling that shame, feeling like you can't fully either be yourself or you've worn your heart on your sleeve and now you've shown all your colors and now you want to backtrack, right? That is also what people often experience in relationship as well, right? This sense of I give it my all and now I'm backpedaling because I've said too much, I've done too much, I'm ashamed, I'm embarrassed. What have I become? Dirty and wretched. Again, I'm dirty, I'm wretched sinner. Every religious lingo, I'm on holy land. Am I on holy land? Which is a crazy wordplay because Moses, when God was calling him to go, set his people free from Egypt, he told him, you're standing on holy land. But here it says, am I unholy land? Am I unholy land? Am I something that's not worthy of taking your shoes off because you're standing on holy land? Maybe I am land that is unholy, dirty, wretched. Have I forced your hand? Mercy. Down there, it's some shelter from the weather. I wear all of my heart on my sleeve. I'll take what I believe and I'm hiding it. And then it keeps tagging. You can have all I've made and all I've ever known. You can have both my lungs if you ask me so. Because I want to be the one after your own heart. And I might doubt the process like I doubted the start. So interesting. To me, this is hard to just see a relational song here of someone who has given it their all and is now backtracking, rather would hide. But it constantly comes back to the place of giving it all again, which is a pattern we see in relationship. People who will give it all, will love again, and they feel safer. They feel more like they can be themselves in the cellar, down in the basement. And they want to hide what they believe, what is truly going on within them. But then they're back to being willing to sacrifice both their lungs and whatever is being asked of them. It's hard for me to say this is just, to me at least, and this is subjective. Music is art, art is subjective. It's hard for me to say this is just about that because there's so many religious elements. It really makes me think that this is a conversation between man and God, this relationship, this longing to be pleasing to God, to not be wretched, but to feel unworthy like a wretched sinner, like you're unholy land. You want to be after his or her, its own heart. You want to be accepted. You want to be loved, but you would rather hide what you believe because you're confused by all of it. There's doubt about it all. I love the honesty of this. I love the poetry of it. They're so profound. 21 Pilots is just so deep. Often so much more than I would have expected. What are your thoughts about this? Let me know in the comments and I will see you on the next ride. Ayo!